Alright, since I made one video about the Koss Pro4AA, here's my lovely Pro4AA, the first one that I purchased with the upgraded ear pads, the leather ear pads. They're really nice. And once I got this, I found out about the Pro3AAT, which came out about the same time. It was kind of like the budget version. I think the Pro4AAT titanium was around $100, or maybe a little more than that. The Pro3AAT was selling for about 50 or 60 bucks. And I thought it'd be fun to just compare the two. Since I did one video, I figured why the hell not just make another one. So here we go. So let's just compare the two of these. The Pro4AA, as I mentioned in my last video, is built like a tank. I mean, this thing is just solid as a rock. It weighs close to a pound. You know, these brackets are made out of metal. It does have plastic here, but the band is made out of metal. It's just solidly constructed. This plastic is like super hard plastic. I'm sure you could drop this on concrete and all it would do is probably put a dent in the concrete. I'm not gonna do that, but that's what I think based on what these things feel like. The Pro3AAT, on the other hand, are very lightweight. In fact, these headphones are notorious for breaking, which is probably why there's none for sale anywhere. I managed to pick this up on Amazon just a couple weeks ago. They actually had somebody selling a brand new pair of these for, I think it was $59. And I just had to pick them up because you don't see these on eBay, mainly probably because they're all broken. You just check out the Amazon reviews and you'll see that for some reason, this right here, this plastic, which really looks, in my opinion, it looks just like this plastic. I mean, I don't see any difference between these plastics yet. This one doesn't break, and this one does break. I thought initially the place where it was breaking is right here in this kind of like hinge area. I thought this hinge was the weak spot. It seems to be. I mean, it's smaller. It looks like it would break. But if you watch the videos, it actually breaks up here somewhere, which is really weird. It seems like an odd place for it to break. I don't see any evidence of any stress cracks or anything yet. I've only had these for like about a week. They were brand new. But yeah, that's a real hard problem apparently. This plastic breaks. I don't know if this one's going to break eventually or not. I don't know what's going to happen if I do the lifetime warranty and I try to return these to Koss because they haven't made these in a few years. I don't know if they fix it or if they end up just sending me a Pro4AAT, which I don't want. These things are amazing. These are amazing headphones. But as you can see, yes, where it's metal here, it's plastic here. This is just plastic. This is plastic, but it's not the super tough plastic. It's kind of like a lightweight plastic here. These headphones are 250 ohms, which means you pretty much need a receiver or an amplifier of some sort in order to use these. If you try using these with your cell phone, I didn't mention this in the other video, but if you try using it with your cell phone, you're going to be disappointed. It's going to sound really tinny and weak and no volume. If you hook it up to my receiver, I have a Denon SM50H, and it sounds phenomenal. These things sound so good. But here's what's interesting. Even though these are, you know, obviously cheaper made, I still have the original pads. I'm thinking about replacing them, but for now, I kind of like the way the original pads look. But these sound so much better. I mean, I love how these sound. I really do. I love how these sound. But just imagine the way these sound plus bass, like a lot of bass. Not so much bass that there's not treble. There's still treble, there's still mid-range, but the bass is gorgeous with these. I mean, honestly, if I wear these, I kind of don't want to go back to these, even though I love the way these sound, I really do. But I do have to use it, like the equalizer, to increase the bass values to where it actually sounds decent to me. While these just right out of the box, no equalization whatsoever, and they just sound amazing. Like everything sounds good. A flat sound signature, so you have sub bass, you have bass, you have mid range, you have treble, you have everything coming out of these. These are 60 ohms. I don't know if they use the same driver as like the KC75. I don't know if they do or not, but they're 60 ohm titanium coated drivers, so I guess there's a possibility it uses the same. But where the KSC75 does not have any sub bass, has nice bass, but not sub bass. These have all the way down to the bottom, all the way down to 10 hertz or something. Okay, it's like deep, gorgeous bass. Everything sounds so nice with these headphones. But now going back over some of the differences, as you can see, again, I mentioned this is kind of like a hard plastic. This is kind of like just a normal plastic. The headphones are just regular padded pads with like foam inside. Not much padding, and they do have a pretty good clamping force, but they're not uncomfortable. I like the way these feel. The headband is kind of like this rubber, looks like a tire. It's hard rubber, has no padding up here. It might be slight padding, I guess. But it doesn't feel great on your head. Honestly, I kind of feel like these are more comfortable than these, but the sound on these is just amazing. Where this has a coiled cable, which goes to the adapter, this has a straight 8-foot cable, a little bit thinner. As you can see, the one on the right is the Pro3AA, the one on the left is the Pro4AA. It's a little bit thicker on the Pro4AA. It does terminate the 3.5mm with the same type of adapter that's on the Pro4AA. Look just like each other, actually. Exactly the same. Except this one looks a lot more goldish, even though this one, I noticed in the last one that this one, maybe it's wear, maybe some of the gold has worn off, but this looks a lot more gold than that one. But yeah, I like both these headphones. I hope these last. I'm hoping they don't break. That's one of the reasons I don't use them all the time, because I would use these all the time if I had a choice, but these ones I know are gonna last. Well, these ones, if they break, I don't know how I'm gonna replace them. You don't see these on eBay, you don't see these anywhere. I've got the last one from Amazon, so it's unlikely to pop up again. But that's my comparison of the Pro4AA Titanium and the Pro3AA Titanium. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. One more thing I want to note. I finished up the video and I realized there's one more thing I do want to note. These ones, I showed you in the other video how they fold in like that. I thought that these would fold in the same way, but they really don't. And there's a funny video from, what's his name? Snazzy Labs? He's around still, but he has an early video. It's like probably one of his first videos, and he does this headset, these headphones. And he's trying to fold and he can't figure it out. And there's a reason for that. These don't fold like you're supposed to. This is it, let me show you. That's it. They don't fold any more than that. If you force it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna break it. In fact, I was initially thinking that maybe why so many of these break is people are trying to push this up into the top see the way this is? And it looks like it should, because if you look at this see this little hinge? It looks like the hinge has more space to move, like it can actually push up further into there, but there's no way. I'm not gonna force it, I'm not gonna break it, but this is it. It doesn't go any more than this, which is really weird. Like, why would you have a pair of headphones fold like that? Wouldn't it make more sense to have this go all the way up inside like this? But no, that's it. That's how it folds. A lot of good that does, but it is what it is. Well, I want to add that last little bit, and have a good day.